All right, so I'm really trying to figure out how to set up my camera because I'm in my car, and I just feel like if you are seeing this video today, this is a message for you, and it's something that you really need to hear. I don't know, God just put something in my heart that I needed to say today. So if you see this message, this is for you. So I just want to go over 3 things with you, very simple things. I don't think that it's very simple mentally, but it's just 3 things that I want to get off my chest. But the first thing is, we're gonna just get right into it. So the first thing is losing something or someone lost, just dealing with loss in general. If you are someone out there that has dealt with, losing something materialistic or someone, or, just anything, I think that it's so hard dealing with that, coping with that. I think that a lot of people, they kind of just say like, oh, this is what you do. You lose it, and you pretty much get over it, because it's lost, you can't control what you lose, and that is true. Like, we can't control the things that are not meant for us. And it's a little different with people. We can't control when we lose someone, but when we lose something or someone, we still have to grieve. We still have to deal with it. We still have to heal from it, because I feel like sometimes in this life we grow to be attached to certain things, and it's so hard when that certain something isn't there anymore, or if that something was in your life for a while and you're so used to having it there. Like, say for instance, you have a car and you lose your car, and it was something that was a part of you in a way, because it was always there, like every time you stepped outside, you seen that car, you placed an attachment to that car, that was your baby, or that is your baby, or something like that, right? So I just feel like, in life, we have to learn to not become attached to the materialistic things in this life, or not even become attached to the people in this lifetime, because everything has to go. Everything is going to eventually go, and I think that on this journey, I've learned that it's really hard not being attached to something, right? Especially if it becomes your everyday thing. And a lot of people make videos on here and they're just like, oh, law of detachment, don't get attached to things. But I think it's a lot harder said than done. I think that, I know that it's such a mind thing, if you can kind of trick your mind in a way to, I don't know, maybe not grow attached to things. And that's the thing right there, is that it's like, how do I trick my mind to not become attached to like a person, like, obviously losing that person is a big deal, or losing that materialistic thing is a big deal, like, we just grow attached to these things, and it's so hard to let them go. It's so hard to not even get rid of them. Well, yeah, sometimes get rid of them, because sometimes, if you're dealing with a person in your life that you have to get rid of because they don't fill your cup, then that is hard too, and so I think that it's a lot easier said than done as far as law of detachment. It's hard to detach yourself, and I want you to know that I'm with you on that, like, going through this journey and trying to detach myself from people, or not that I'm getting emotional. I think that, like, you just have to, not, I'm getting so emotional. Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. So I think that you know, when it comes down to, you know, getting our minds together and, you know, we're trying all these different things, we're trying all these different methods, we're learning about all these different laws, and we're like just really consuming our minds with all of these different methods on how to manifest and how to do this and how to do that. And we just, sometimes we get so lost in the sauce, and we're just like, well, what is the right way? Because you come across one method, and then somebody's telling you a different method. Somebody's telling you that this does work and this doesn't work. And what I want to tell you is that there is no right or wrong method. I feel like it's just whatever method you want to do and whatever method works for you. Whatever, and when I say method, I'm talking about if you're manifesting, if you're saying affirmations, if you're meditating, praying, reading the Bible, whatever it is that helps you, I think that is the right thing to do, you know? So if, and then that goes into our next thing, which is like a coping from, you know, a loss. So when you do lose that thing, I think that the easiest way to not necessarily get over it, but the easiest way to cope with that loss is by doing whatever it is that you need to do to cope with it. The easiest thing that you need to do. I don't think that there's anybody out there that can tell you how you're supposed to deal with certain things. You know, like there's so many different techniques and methods out there that people try to, I think that they're giving you advice on, or is it advice? They're giving you the things that have worked for them or that could potentially work for you. And so I don't think that there is no right or wrong way to do something or cope with something. It's just, how do you cope best? If it's working out, then go work out at the gym, because I know that getting that blood flowing helps with your mind. Reading, writing, you know, journaling, cooking, whatever it is that helps you heal your mind, I think that is the easiest thing, or that is the best thing that you can do for yourself. So if you are dealing with something that is so hard for you to get over or get through, try something that, or do something that works for you. You know, don't listen to anybody out there telling you what to do. Just try something that works for yourself on how to get over, or not even get over. Let me stop saying that. Not get over, but get through something, because we don't get over anything. We go through the storm. You know, whenever God places something into our lives, or, you know, whether that be like a obstacle or a hurdle, something that we have to get through, you gotta just go through the storm, you know. And I know that it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard to just get your mind in that right space and to just believe and have faith that everything is gonna work out, because you're in the midst of the storm and everything just doesn't seem bright. Nothing seems right. Nothing seems like it's gonna work out for you, but you just gotta know that it is going to work out. It may not work out like how you plan, but eventually when you get through that storm, it is going to work out. You're going to see light at the end of that tunnel. And it's so hard because, you know, we see just this, we're just in this dark space, in this dark place, and we can't see anything. But I think that that's when faith comes in and God really tests us, and God is like, you can do this. You know, we have to remember that we are not apart from God, that God is within us. We are a part of God. God is not separate from us. God is within us. If we are all created by God, then that means that the heaven of God, the heaven of the kingdom of heaven is within us, you know. And the kingdom of heaven is within us. And my third thing is, like, we have to let go. You have to learn to let go, and you have to let God guide you every step of the way. And I think the hardest part about this part is that when you hear those voices, or internally, like you hear something and you're just like, is this my ego speaking or is this God speaking? And it's so hard to differentiate the two. And you're just like, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to turn. But my thing has been to just look at the synchronicities and the clues that God has given me. Because for me, it's almost like, even though I meditate on a daily basis and I can clear my mind and really just sit there and, just calm myself, calm my mind, body, and spirit, it's like sometimes that little voice will come and I'm just like, is this God? Like, how do I know when God is speaking to me? And I think that that's the hardest part, is that we can't differentiate from our own egos versus if God is speaking to us. So my next suggestion would be to maybe pay attention to your surroundings. Maybe pay attention to the things that people say to you. Maybe pay attention to the strangers. And I'm sorry if my arm is getting a little tired. My hand is shaking a little bit, but pay attention to, the little things around you and the things that people say to you. And, ask God to show you a sign, and be specific when you ask God. I ask God to show me a blue butterfly. I've never seen a blue butterfly. I'm like, God, show me a blue butterfly if this is for me. And God showed me that blue butterfly, but it was in the form of an emoji, but it came at the right time when it was supposed to. And that was my reassurance that I was on the right path. But sometimes we just can't see clearly. Sometimes we just don't know if we're going in the right direction. And I think that's the hardest part for us, is that we don't know if this is the right direction. It's so dark. That road is so dark and nothing is clear. Nothing makes sense, But when you get to the end of that road and you look back, you'll know that everything that happened to you was for a reason. Everything that happened to you was so that your life can align perfectly how you manifest it to learn, or to not learn, but however you manifest it, So that was my message for you today. Very short, simple, and to the point. I just want to let you know that whatever you're going through, you can literally get through. We can all get through it. And I'm sure that there's nothing that we couldn't get through. It's all in your mind. It all plays a big part of how you think. So if you can try to train your mind to think in the best way possible, I think that, or I know that everything will be okay. All right, that was my message for today, and I hope it resonated with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.